Am I the a-hole for confronting my son's girlfriend after she made a rude comment about my daughter's eating habits? Hi folks, I'm a mom to 3 kids, 20M, 18M, and 15F. My 18-year-old son has been dating his girlfriend, also 18, for about 7 or 8 months now. He only properly introduced her to us around 2 months ago, and since then, she's been coming over frequently. My husband and I work, so if she visits during the day, it's usually just her, my son, and my 15-year-old daughter at home. A few days ago, I came home to find my daughter locked in her room. I called her for dinner, but she didn't come down, which was odd behavior for her. She's usually very social and loves family dinners. Concerned, I went to her room later that night to check on her. At first, she didn't want to talk, but after some coaxing, she broke down and told me what happened. Apparently, while she was in the kitchen making herself a snack, my son's girlfriend came in and made a comment, "Big back behavior." I had no idea what that meant, so I looked it up. From what I found, it's part of a trend where big back is used to imply fat person behavior. My daughter was really hurt by the comment, especially since she said it wasn't the first time the girlfriend had made remarks like this. She was so upset she threw her food away. As she told me all this, she was tearing up, which is very unlike her. She hates crying in front of people. I was furious on her behalf. My daughter isn't overly sensitive and usually brushes off jokes, but this clearly struck a nerve. I decided to address the issue. First, I spoke to my son privately and told him what his girlfriend had said. I asked him to talk to her about it. To my surprise, he dismissed it, saying it was just a trend and that his girlfriend meant it as a joke. He said it wasn't worth starting a fight over. That response didn't sit well with me. My daughter was genuinely hurt, and the fact that this wasn't the first time made it worse. Since my son refused to handle it, I decided to speak to the girlfriend myself. When she came over again, I waited for a moment when we could talk privately. I wasn't rude, but I was stern. I told her that comments like that were unacceptable in our home, especially when they hurt someone so deeply. She looked taken aback and only managed a quick, "sorry," before leaving. She hasn't been back to our house since. Now my son is angry at me. He says I shouldn't have confronted her and that I've made things awkward between them. According to him, it's the first time she's acted distant with him, and he blames me for it. He thinks I should have let him handle it, but given his earlier response, I doubt he ever would have. I don't feel guilty about standing up for my daughter. She's 15, still finding her confidence, and doesn't need someone making her feel insecure in her own home. My son loves this girl, and I can see he's upset, but I feel his girlfriend crossed a line. My daughter's well-being comes first. Was I the AH for stepping in like this? Should I have let my son handle it, even though he didn't seem to take it seriously? My brother later advised me that while I had every right to express my feelings, I should have avoided having such a heated discussion in front of the kids. He's probably right, but I'm tired of my ex deflecting responsibility and blaming me for his lack of effort. A few days later, my ex texted me, saying that if I weren't so difficult, he'd spend more time with the kids. I told him his relationship with our children is entirely his responsibility. If he continues to prioritize his stepchildren over them, he can't expect anything from them in the future. The truth is, our kids are old enough to see the reality of who their father is. I won't force them to maintain a relationship with someone who treats them as an afterthought. If my ex wants to repair his relationship with them, he'll have to start showing up and putting in the work. Until then, the kids are justified in feeling like they don't have a father.